Hey everyone! So as you can see by the title, I'm going to talk to you today a little bit about Netflix and how the service works and is it a good deal? What are your options? How did I end up as a Netflix customer? So let's start from the beginning. Once upon a time, I used to have cable TV. And as time went by, it became more and more expensive. And then I got high-speed internet. And now we're going, back quite a few years here. And then with the cable TV and the high-speed internet, my cable bill was just ridiculous. And I could not afford to spend that much money to have high-speed internet and to watch TV. So what I did was I dumped the extended basic package that I had and I just got basic TV, which was only like $10 extra a month. And then I thought, well, wait a minute, why do I need this when I can go out and just get a pair of rabbit ears? Or actually I didn't have to go out and get them. I already had a pair sitting around collecting dust. And just hook up a pair of rabbit ears to my TV and I can just get the regular broadcast stations for free. So that's what I did. So then all I had left was my high-speed internet. And I am happy with my high-speed internet that I get from my cable company, but it's expensive, so I couldn't really afford any other costs on top of that. And I certainly couldn't afford what they were charging me for my extended basic cable package. So I thought, there's got to be a better way. And after a while, I kind of missed not being able to watch that much TV because, yeah, we could watch the regular broadcast networks like CBS, NBC, ABC, PBS, and Fox, but that's all we could watch on our TV. So then we started watching things on the internet, and that can get a little sketchy because you have to worry about, are you going to get a virus? The websites are most likely illegal, and you don't want to get involved in all that, and when you're actually watching them, they're running ads while you're trying to watch something, and it just gets to be a little nerve-wracking. And I said, no, I don't want to mess around with this anymore for all those reasons that I just gave you. So we said, okay, what are our options here? We can't go back to having the extended basic program, a package again, because it's too damn expensive. And what else can we do? So I started doing some research, or we started doing some research, my husband and I, and we started reading about other options. And there's Hulu, Hulu Plus, Amazon has something called Amazon Prime, and there's Netflix. Those are the three major things that we looked at. And we decided to go with Netflix because Netflix doesn't make you watch ads the way Hulu Plus does. And, I don't want to have to watch advertisements because then I might as well just watch regular television if I'm going to do that. There's no ads on Netflix. And with Amazon Prime, the way that works is you have to pay, I think it's $80 you have to pay for 1 year up front. And I thought, well, I don't want to pay $80 for a service that I haven't even tried yet. What if I don't like it? That's a big investment. So with Netflix, you can get your first month free. You can check it out, see if you like it. If you don't like it, you can cancel before you actually make your first payment. And I really like the idea of being able to try before I buy. And by the way, I have no affiliation with Netflix other than the fact that I'm one of their customers. So I don't want you to think this is a advertisement from them or something like that. So it seemed to me like it was a no-brainer. I don't want to pay $80 up front for the Amazon, and I don't want to watch commercials on Hulu. Plus, in addition to that, Netflix has some original programming that really appealed to me because when I was asking for suggestions for TV shows, one of you had suggested House of Cards, and when I looked into it, I saw that it starred Kevin Spacey, and I love Kevin Spacey. I think he is such a fantastic actor, and I was like, okay, that definitely appeals to me. So to me, it seemed like Netflix was the way to go, and that's what we ended up getting. Now, what they don't tell you, because if you go to the Netflix website and you try to click on the area that allows you to browse through their programming, I just kept getting a message that said error. And so I couldn't do that. So I took a leap of faith and I went ahead and signed up for it. And wasn't much of a leap because, you know, you can cancel, like I said, before your first payment is made. But I went on, and when I saw all the choices, because it's TV shows and movies, and there have got to be thousands and thousands of choices. And one of the choices are programs that are available on the cable channel AMC, like Breaking Bad, and The Walking Dead is the show that you guys overwhelmingly chose for me to try next after I finished watching Breaking Bad. And I did watch the first episode by myself yesterday because I told you my husband's not into zombies. And whoa, you guys like some scary stuff. I mean, obviously, it's called The Walking Dead, which represents zombies, so you know going into it that it's going to be scary, but man, was that scary. All I watched so far was the first episode, but it does seem to be very well done, written, acted, the whole bit. So I will slowly watch that show as I'm brave enough to do so. But yeah, I'm really, really happy with Netflix. The other thing that they don't tell you on the website until after you sign up is that you need to download Microsoft Silverlight, which is a plug-in device that works in conjunction with the Netflix. And the very first time that I used it, after I downloaded it, I did have like a little glitch thing that occurred where I got the circle that just went around and around and around, and it was showing that it was loading the program, but it was like stuck. So what I did was I went off the site altogether, went and did something else for a few minutes, came back, and then it worked fine. And I haven't had any problems since. I watched a ton of Netflix yesterday. I watched, like I said, the first episode of The Walking Dead, and I watched a little bit of some shows that I had already seen before that I just wanted to revisit with that I hadn't seen in a long time. And I watched one thing that I wasn't that crazy about. I can't even remember now what it was. And then last night I fell asleep watching a documentary about the Bermuda Triangle. So there's just tons of choices out there of things to watch. From what I can tell, the only downside that I've been able to figure out so far about Netflix is that they don't have HBO programs, which that would have been nice, but it's really not even their fault because HBO, I did some research, and HBO will not make a deal with them and won't make their programs available to Netflix. So, you know, they did try, I guess, and they weren't able to get the HBO programs. But if that's the only thing I can find wrong with it so far, then that's pretty great because it's $7.99 a month. And for $7.99, you can watch as much as you want of the content that they have. And they keep adding new things all the time. My husband was really impressed with the choice of movies that they had. And I have a feeling he's going to be watching a lot of movies using this service. And we're just so impressed with it so far. And I'm really happy that I made this decision because yeah, it was the choices that they have on regular broadcast TV are not that great, and if you don't have a DVR in conjunction as part of your cable package, then you have to watch things, you know, as they air them, and that's not always convenient. Now, with the cable company that I had or have, you could also watch things online if it was part of the stuff that you normally would have with your cable package. But then, of course, once I dropped the extended basic, then I couldn't really use very much of that. Plus, there's been some other changes with the cable company with, I used to, when I had cable TV, I used to just have the cable plugged directly into my TVs. And then I got this letter in the mail telling me they were going to send me boxes to hook up to my TVs, and otherwise the cable wouldn't work, and I really didn't want to do that. I felt like it was kind of an unnecessary step, but they said that you had to have the boxes, and they didn't even ask me if I wanted them. They just sent them to me. So that was the final straw for me. So what I did was I ended up, it was actually only one box that they sent me, and I took it to the office for the cable company, and I changed my service. I said, I don't want this, and I don't want the service anymore. I just want the high-speed internet. So for now, the high-speed internet that I have through my cable company is my best option. It's expensive, but it's the best option in terms of how fast I can upload, download, and use the Wi-Fi for other devices that I have, for all the devices I have, I should say. But, in the future, there's some good stuff on its way that's not available yet, and they're going to have to be more competitive with their pricing. Otherwise, cable is gonna end up going bye-bye, because there's so many choices out there now of what you can have, because a lot of people have given up their cable TV and switched over to things like Netflix and slapped a pair of rabbit ears on their TV just to get their local channels. And so if they don't keep their internet service prices competitive with all the new things that are coming out, then they may end up losing a lot of business. So just something to keep in mind, you cable companies. So that's it. Let me know. Do you have Netflix? Do you like it? Are you happy with it? What have you found to be the downside to it? For me, the only thing I could figure out that was a downside was that they didn't have HBO programs. But other than that, I'm really happy with it. And I think $8 a month or $7.99 is a small price to pay for what you're getting in return. So that's it for today, you guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye.